Hello lovers, today is another hotel review. This hotel we're talking about is KB Mansion. KB Mansion is in Bangkok. It is a little bit further out of the main area of Bangkok, but let's get into it, shall we? I've also finally figured out a way to properly rate the hotels. I'll put it up here, what kind of rating system that I'm doing now. So let's get into it. So check-in and check-out. Check-in was quite easy. We arrived at around 2 a.m. in the morning. So instead of talking to a hotel receptionist, the security guard was there for us, scanned the passport, gave us the keys, was all good. Checking out was just dropping the keys off and leaving. But nothing special with checkout, nothing nice. It was just basic and simple. So 0.3 for that one. Next bit is services. KB Mansion actually has no services. They also forgot to give us toilet paper every day. They left water bottles every day, which was nice, but you kind of need toilet paper if I'm gonna be honest with you, because there was no services like room service or transport service, so nothing for that. The next 3 points is the bed. So, oh my god. The pillows were flat. They didn't have a lot of stuff in them. One pillow provided, not that good, so 0.3 for that one out of 1 point for the pillows, not great. The sheets were nothing special. I think they had a couple of stains on them, to be honest. They were soft, but they weren't special soft. It was a full doona though, which I liked. The doona was encased in a doona cover, so that was a good point, but they weren't anything special. It was a bit dirty, so 0.3 for that one as well. And now we get to the mattress. Oh my god, I don't think I've ever slept on such a hard mattress before. It felt like it was wooden. There was no give to it. When I bounced on it, it hurt. I had the worst sleep. It just wasn't good. My hips hurt. I was tossing and turning. With the pillow and the bad mattress, it was just not a great time. The mattress gets 0.2, so not a lot of points for the whole bed situation, which in my opinion is the most important part of a hotel room. So they really didn't do well there. Now we get to the bathroom points. So at a 0.5 for the products, it gets a 0.2. There was products there. There was body wash and there was shampoo, no conditioner. There was hand soap there, but there wasn't really much of anything else. So that gets a 0.2 out of 0.5. Cleanliness, it's a 0.2 out of 0.5. The toilet was clean, the sink was clean, the floor was clean. There was just grout, black stuff in the grout, which I'm not entirely sure what it was, but that was kind of a little bit gross. So 0.2 for that. Water pressure, oh my god, so strong that it almost hurt, it hurt my nips. It hurt my nips. So it would have been a 0.5, but because it was so strong and it was kind of painful, washing my face, if you got it in your eye, forget about it. Red eye for the rest of the day. So that gets a 0.4, but it was easy to wash my hair, which I was very thankful for. And then the towels, out of 0.5, it gets a 0.2. Nothing special. They dried me. They weren't very soft. It wasn't nice luxury towels. It was just a basic Kmart towel. Kmart does better towels, but overall, not very good, so 0.2 for that. Amenities, out of 0.5, it gets a 0.4. It did have a fridge, a microwave, a kettle, a safe, plates, bowls, cutlery. Sink for the kitchen was outside on the balcony, which is a bit odd, but it was there. So the amenities get a 0.4 out of 0.5. Good amenities, I liked it. Maybe a bit dated, but they all work, so it doesn't really matter. Out of 0.5, is it clean and new? No, I don't think so. It looks like it was built, I don't know, I want to say it was updated in the late 90s kind of thing. Everything was yellow. The roof you could see had been painted a couple of times, I'm guessing for water issues. The tiling in the bathroom wasn't great. It was very dated, but it was still kind of nice. So it gets a 0.2 out of 0.5. For 1 point of the expense, it gets a 0.9. It was $50 a night, so it was quite cheap. So now to location and size. The size was pretty big. There was a lounge room area, a bed area, a balcony, and a little kitchen corner kind of thing. The location though, I didn't really check where it was before I booked it, but it is quite far away from everything. The closest attraction is a 20-minute motorbike ride. I will say it was very close to the train station though on night. Could get a train to go everywhere. It was a 5-minute walk to the train station, a 7-Eleven across the road, so there was stuff around, but for touristy attractions, or if you wanted to go out in the night, for example. Soy Cowboy was a 20-minute train ride away. The museum was a 20-minute bike ride away. I wanted to go into the Bangkok and go to main old city where Grand Palace and stuff is. That would have taken about an hour and a half on train or 40 minutes on a bike, so it was a little bit further out the way. For the size of it, it was decent. The other thing was it was very loud. The last 2 nights I was there, they started fixing a building kind of thing right outside the window, and they start at 7 a.m. in the morning and they stop at 3 p.m, which is not my sleep schedule, but it was very loud, and there was always like cars going around with announcing stuff in the morning. It gets a 0.5. And the last point is the Wi-Fi. This Wi-Fi annoyed me. It annoyed me a lot. When it worked, it was like, okay. It was slow. I was having trouble uploading YouTube videos. It took like 45 minutes to an hour to upload a 1.5 gig video. That was really infuriating. It just stopped working randomly for no reason. So you had to like forget about it and re-go onto it. I use a VPN everywhere I go, so you had to turn the VPN off and then like get back onto it. It was just kind of a hassle, and it wasn't really that great. So they get a 0.3 out of everything because it wasn't good enough. So overall, KV Mansion gets a 4.4 out of 10. It was okay for what it was, but it wasn't the best that it could have been. If they just like provided a little bit more things, or if they like deep scrubbed the rooms, changed the freaking mattresses, oh my god, it would have been better. I wouldn't really recommend it. I wouldn't stay there again. I'll be honest with you, KV Mansion was so bad that halfway through my trip to Bangkok, I actually left because I couldn't sleep in, and I couldn't sleep on that bed anymore. My back and my hips were killing me. I will not be going back to KV Mansion again. Like, it's not terrible, it's not the worst, but it's not the best. It's just kind of mid-range. I just really didn't like the bed. Okay, but anyway, that's all for today. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, bye.